You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAC Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
Hey everybody, it's me, Carson Rolfe here. Very lonely, very quiet, because I'm actually doing this solo for the moment. So if you're a big Gav head, like I know a lot of you guys are, don't click out just yet. Gavin should be here. He should be here. But it's before I get to that. Today is September 26th. You'll be hearing this on September 30th, the day before October starts, and you know what that means. But yeah, he's not. He told me, he's like, just go ahead and start without me. He's running a few minutes behind, which is kind of unlike Gavin. A little bit surprising. Kind of some cryptic messages from him. But the one thing he did tell me, he said when he gets here, he has apparently some pretty big news to share. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it could be about. Oh, and he's here. Right on cue. Right on cue.
Hey!
What's going on? What are you doing? What is
Not much.
You got enough stuff in your hand?
I think
What
so.
are you doing?
Thought I'd pay a visit to the interview that you called me down here for.
It's your show. I mean, and you are late to your own show. Yep. I see you putting a toothpick in.
Yep.
Cool.
You got to see it, ring.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I've never seen you wear a ring in your entire life.
Here, how about this?
Besides like a class ring, maybe. Thanks, man.
For you, man.
It's
That one's for you.
yeah, this one's no good.
I got this one marked for you, too.
Yep. Nope. This is this is play money. This is all.
That one's real, I know.
Unfortunately, it's not real.
Okay. Did you see my ring?
Did you want to like pick up the microphone? Or are you gonna Are you planning on standing the whole time?
I mean, is this a show I'm supposed to sit down at?
I mean, I guess you should. You also texted me something about an intro song.
Yeah, you playing it?
No, I'm not. You were being serious about that?
Play the song.
Okay. Gavin sent me a text and said, "This is my intro song. Could you please play it when I come in?"
Mm-hmm. I got playing cards too. If you want to bet on something, I got a lot of money to bet.
I mean, would you like? Do you want to sit down or? You left the door wide open too, man.
What? You expect me to do shit? You expect me to do shit around these spots? Huh?
I mean, I guess not. I expect you to show up on time.
No!
I guess I expect you to be here on time. You want this song to keep playing?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you intro, man. This is your intro.
Yeah. I guess you could say I hit it big.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm all ears, man. You said you had some story, and now you're saying you hit it big. Did you get these from? What?
I'm from Wisconsin.
Oh.
Went up there this weekend.
What did you think I was pointing at? Nope. Pointing at the cards.
I thought you were pointing at the cigar guy. Yeah.
Is like Wisconsin known for cigars? I don't know.
Yeah,
if I knew
this
that.
is like their main export.
Cheese and cigars?
Yes.
Or dairy and cigars,
Yeah.
I guess I should say.
These I got on a little trip.
Yep, that was our ex
Little family trip.
That was our old sponsor, Honey
Yeah.
Rose. So you got those from me. Those are not
Yeah. Nope.
family trip.
You did not lend them to me. I found them in London. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know if you guys heard the news, but one of my
intro song is still playing.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
keep it going.
Did you want to hear any of
No. Let's see.
I mean, I guess it
wanna
is
make
your.
sure you're not jip me or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you can tell, man. It's
Oh yeah.
This is what you sent me. You said this is my intro song. Play it.
Yeah, this is great.
You sent me. This is.
I got the finest shit right here.
You sent me a text and you said, "This is my intro song. Play it." That's the only thing you gave me.
Perfect.
Which you've never texted me that like straightforward like that, but
I still got to cut it, man. Still got to cut this shit. This shit is still
I
raw,
actually-
straight out of Cuba, man.
I actually have a
No, it's
cigar
okay.
cutter.
That's all right.
Okay. Still in the wrapper too, which is quite interesting.
I got to make sure it's fucking stale. You know, the staler the better.
That would mean you take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sure. Yeah.
So-
So what's going on? Intro song still playing.
Yeah, you know what? You can stop it.
Okay.
You can stop it. I think we got the hype train down.
Hmm.
So,
Hype
you may have seen the news on Hollywood Reporter. Deadline, maybe?
I those are all news articles.
People magazine.
News places I've heard of.
Yeah, I'm a distant relative of a famous writer, comedy writer, and been living off.
Okay.
Finally got the residuals back from the family.
What? Who?
His name was Dale McRaven.
Dale McRaven.
Yep.
Okay.
Nanner. You know,
What?
don't be ridiculous. You know.
Are these lines that he said or something?
No. He was a writer.
Okay, so he wrote those lines.
Yeah. Yep.
Those are. I don't.
Frequently wrote those lines. It was like this thing.
So he probably could have had a ghostwriter,
No,
or maybe he
it
is.
was all real.
You
Like
know-
this ring.
You said.
Did
Did
you
you
see this
say?
ring?
Did you say he passed away?
Yeah, he died.
So
Finally getting
Now
residuals
he's-
from the family on that.
and finally he can be his own ghostwriter.
Mm-hmm. So to speak. Don't say about my family.
All right, sorry. Moving past that. What? So
So yeah, I guess you could say I'm.
what did he write? What did he?
Couple shows called.
What's Nanner? Like Batman?
No. You ever seen Balky and the other one? There's that show from the 70s. Not that 70s show,
What's the
but
show?
Balky and
Bulky.
starring Larry and Balky.
Bulky.
Yep.
Like he's big. Like he's
No.
bulky? Are you trying to say
B-
bulky?
No. Balki. He's from Greece.
Oh, Balky.
Yeah, Balky.
Balky
Bartopoulos.
From the show.
From the show Balky and Bartopoulos.
Balky the Metropolis?
Yeah.
I
Good
don't. That,
shiz,
the
right?
name. I actually do know the name of the show because I've always been an avid fan of the TV Guide.
Mm-hmm. And
I collect old TV.
that was
guides.
Robin Williams. Was that Nanner?
Okay, Morgan.
Morgan Stevenson's.
Nope.
Yep.
Morgan Mindy, and he did the Nanner.
Nanner.
I just happened to have that pulled up for some reason. So what did he have to do with these shows with Nanner?
He wrote 'em.
And Balky.
No big deal. He wrote them.
Balky
He wrote 'em.
Metropolis.
He wrote them. He was a writer.
What? He wrote the show?
He was a writer. He created those characters.
What are you pointing at?
Your computer, because you got stuff to reference on there, don't you? I sent you links and everything.
I'm just looking at a picture of Steve Carell right now.
No, but he's like my third, fourth cousin, something like that. He's my grandpa's second cousin. So.
Okay. So he died.
Yeah, recently passed away. Just
You know what
September 5th.
Okay, so it's interesting that this is the first time that I'm like, I mean, it's kind of a lot. Like, this is the first time I'm hearing like this much about him. I remember, whenever we
So you're
first.
pretty upset that he's passed away too? Me too.
Man, I would like to get a word out here.
Did you see this ring?
You brought it up. I remember
It's a real ring.
whenever we first did the Nextdoor Drama segment, very popular segment. That was a famous thing that
Nanner.
I remember whenever we first started the Nextdoor Drama segment, you're like, oh, well, there's a perfect like intro or outro that your dad told you about because apparently you're related to this guy who wrote on the show Neighbors.
I'm not sure if he wrote on it though. It was just
That's what you told me.
that's
You literally said that he wrote on this show Neighbors. Your dad said that he wrote on this show Neighbors.
that might have been extrapolated from some other information. You're lying.
Okay, well, it feels like you need to get your stuff together. So that was the first time I'd heard about this guy, and then you're just now telling me that, first of all, he died, which I didn't know, and that he also wrote on these Nanner, Boo Boo,
Malky and Balky.
Malky, Marnock, Metropolis. So I'm hearing about this now, and When
goofy,
did you
goofy
find out?
goofy character.
Right.
Goofy
When did you
characters.
find out about all this?
Today,
Today.
September 26th. That's right, baby.
So why do you think you're rich all of a sudden? Because it's just
Because I know
today.
him.
Did you ever meet him?
No,
Okay.
he's got my last name though.
Right.
You know how inheritance works, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's probably a lot of Rolfs out there who are pretty rotten German people,
I know for a fact.
and I haven't gotten anything from that.
You ever heard of World War II?
One of the guys that was I've heard of it. One of the guys
Just want to
actually
make sure.
one
'cause
of
some
the,
people deny that shit.
one
ever
of the
happened.
guys who
You see this ring?
actually one of the guys who actually murdered or was a part of murdering George Floyd had the last name Rolf. It was spelled differently though.
Distant relative.
So
I can tell
I
you that.
never got.
I'm a big ancestry guy.
I actually never got paid leave for that.
That's a damn shame.
I'm just like we're just talking about the people we're related to.
Yeah, you have Olympic blood. I got.
Would you just call me Pigpen?
You got
Did you say
Olympic
Big
blood.
Boy?
You got Olympic blood.
I do. Yeah. There's a whole
And
episode about it.
You got Olympic blood. I got funny blood.
What'd you say?
I got funny blood.
Funny blood.
Yeah, he was a writer, comedy writer. Check
I
it.
see. Actually, yeah, I just pulled up the article on Deadline. It says Dale McRaven dies.
Ironic, isn't it?
Dale McRaven dies. Mork and Mindy and Perfect Strangers creator Dick Van Dyke Show's scribe was 83. So you're related to this guy. This is
Yep, somewhere down the line. My dad met him. I never met him.
died on September 5th.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, this was literally just came out today.
Yep.
Wow.
Found today.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, Porter Ranch, California.
Yep, I'm
Never heard you talk about California,
yep.
unless it's making fun of me, of course.
You ever been there? Wonderful
Oh, there
state.
it is.
Wonderful state.
There he is
Wonderful
bringing it up
views.
again. You've never been there, Gavin. So he literally came up with the show Mork and Mindy, and
Yep.
he came up with the show Perfect Strangers, which is quite
Yeah, so
interesting.
I'm basically the funniest guy you know.
Well, you already were,
Aw, thanks, man.
so this doesn't change anything. He also wrote on The Partridge Family, Texas Wheelers, The Betty White Show, and Angie.
You want a toothpick or anything? Smoke? You smoke?
I'll maybe later though, but I do appreciate it. I actually just quit recently.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
What do you do with those?
You ever shuffled cards?
I'm actually not good at shuffling cards.
So am I.
What are we playing? Gin Rummy, 10 card touchdown? What are we doing?
You ever played desk football?
I don't really know if I understood a word you just said.
You ever played desk football? You know, you put the
Yeah.
goalpost and you flick the football to the paper.
Yeah, man, I have played that
Yeah.
game quite a lot. I actually
We're playing with
enjoy
cards
that
this time around.
that game.
You came?
Just now, yeah.
He's a big camer.
All right. I went to the Cayman Islands once.
Me too. That's someplace I've been.
I don't think you've been there.
No, that's actually true. I've been
So how do
that one's actually true. I mean, all this is real too.
how do we play with just go on.
I'll get there.
All right. I'm gonna take a sip. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead, man. What do you got in there? Better be something expensive.
Um,
Otherwise, I'm not trying it.
It's a whistle pig.
What's that? What that?
And if you're rich, you would know what it is.
No, because I'm not poor.
It's a pretty expensive whiskey.
Whistle pig,
Yes.
clean as a whistle pig. Is that right?
You look like Tom Brady. Sorry, Tom Cruise. I get those two mixed up.
They're very similar.
Tom
both
Cruise, the
ironic.
football player. Tom Brady was in Top
the
Gun.
actor. He was in Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible fame.
Missionary
He
Impossible.
was in
Missionary.
James Bond too.
Missionary is impossible.
That's what people have been saying nowadays.
I suppose
What with
they
all the
have been
women?
saying
With
that.
all the women? So much harder with women.
What? What does that mean? What is harder with women? Missionary?
Yeah, missionaries. So much harder.
What is it easier with then?
The straightest thing another man can do is touch another man. You're that confident. You're that confident in your masculinity.
Sweet, dude. Actually, you're like the bizarro Andrew Tate. I kind of enjoy it.
No, I'm just a gay.
I like sucking dick.
You suck dick.
If you don't suck a dick, you can fuck off
You can fuck right off.
and fuck me. Because you're hot. You're a hot dude, and I like hot dudes. Okay?
Is that Jordan Peterson?
No, that's Andrew Tate.
Okay.
Why don't you take a drink?
I didn't take a drink.
Why don't you?
I'm smelling it. So
All right, all fucking jokes aside, Gavin. For now, you really are related to this guy. Legitimately related to this guy, Dale
yeah, somewhere along the line.
Dale Master Raven.
I know those 20s and these 5s were yours.
Yeah.
This 10's mine.
Yeah, let's get to the reality here, man. Let's see. Let's compare monies, huh?
Mine's bigger than
Yeah.
yours.
Thought so. Buddy.
Yeah, but the ring's mine. It doesn't fit, but it's mine.
But it is yours. You can wear it, man. It's your class ring. It's your
You
middle
should have
school
seen my
class
ring
ring.
back in the day.
Does it look different now? Did you lose all those Cuban zirconium diamonds? So you are related to this guy, and you told me earlier today. You sent me an article earlier today that he died,
Yeah.
and then that's when we realized that he wrote Mork and Mindy and Perfect Strangers. Which did you not know that before today?
No.
I didn't either. Who sent you this? Your dad?
My dad.
And he was like, "Guess what?"
He was like,
Yeah, let's go.
he was like,
Was he like?
Of course I have. Don't be ridiculous.
my dad posted it in his Facebook group
Oh.
and said, so I texted him because I saw that. It was just, I was like scrolling Facebook, you know.
He just posted the article.
Yeah, I did.
Which article?
I saw the article. I didn't really get into it.
Right. So you texted him and you're like, "When does the money hit the bank account?"
Yeah, he said had dinner with him in '93. Could have gone Hollywood and stayed at his place to start as a peon, but didn't. He lived quite the dream. Stressful as fuck, but still. So.
He lived quite the dream. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
So, and you think that he is your second cousin,
Third or fourth.
third or fourth cousin,
Yeah, third or fourth. I think it's my
Still.
third cousin.
and your dad obviously had some sort of relationship with him,
Hmm.
which means that there is
I
a
don't
family
think that.
connection.
Yeah, somewhere along the line. So.
I mean, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool. Like
pretty
we were
cool
talking
that,
about it
you know,
earlier. That is pretty
yeah,
cool.
it's pretty neat because like
All jokes aside.
because it just shows that being funny just is our thing.
Runs in the family.
Runs in the family. Nah!
Nothing funny runs in my family besides diabetes,
That's just the funniest
And
fucking
heart
thing you've ever said.
disease.
Funniest thing.
obesity.
Hmm.
My grandpa died from obesity in a shop and save.
Yeah,
Actually, it was
you know,
a
I
heart
remember
attack, but
I-
probably caused by type
Oh.
2 diabetes
and
and
obesity.
he had a large heart.
It just
Gotta
it's so much
donate.
love to give.
Could have donated it to the Grinch.
It's so much heart to give.
When he died, he wrote on his will, "Please donate my large heart to the Grinch."
It's so big. Please get it out of me.
I've heard that a couple times this week. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. It literally blew my mind whenever you sent me that, and I like literally did a deep dive on this Dale guy.
Yeah, you kept
Dale,
texting me
man.
about it. I'm like, I don't know anything about it.
Gavin had, well, I mean, I'm sure you've heard of Mork and Mindy. So Gavin had never heard of Mork and Mindy. He had never heard of Perfect Strangers, and I kept bringing up Balky. Gavin's like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. He had no
I had
idea.
no clue.
So we had a little clinic. We had a little workshop before this episode.
Ever heard of Thomas Jefferson?
Heard of him?
Hamilton?
Slave
Maybe.
owner. Slave owner, just like Balky Bartakamus. So
That's in the show. Canon.
it is. It's canon. Your
He's from Greece.
third cousin wrote that. Yeah, so I was texting Gavin about that because I was like, though I've never seen an episode of Perfect Strangers, though I've never seen an episode of Mork and Mindy, I know
This is
about
really good.
both of those things. Yeah, you like
I
smelling
mean,
it,
seriously,
notice.
like Crown Royal is smells
good
really
smell, man. Way to take the mystery of it, not
You
be
know,
whistle pig.
I'm so rich now. I can use I can use money as whiskey coasters.
Wow, those fumes are getting to you. You don't even need to drink it, I don't think. I'm so rich I use whiskey's money and whistles.
It's true.
I'm so rich I use whistles now for money.
I actually bought I've started getting into this thing called drop shipping.
You know what you did? You had me roped in there for a second and then you lost me right away.
What do you mean it's
Okay,
real?
so you got into drop
Yeah, I've
shipping.
been got into drop shipping, and I've been selling these like
Selling money
these-
as whiskey.
these luxury coach whistles. I buy a lot of them I buy like 1,000 of them for 10 cents not each, but 10 cents for 1,000 of them. So each one's like 0.00001 cent per whistle to make.
Okay.
And then I charge people like $15 to $25.
That's a lot for
depending
a
on the
whistle.
website you go to buy these luxury watches. I go. No, I
You
mean
just said
whistles, and
Oh boy.
yeah. So
Go
and what I do is the reason why they call it drop shipping is because you don't just mail it to them. You have to drop it in like an airdrop, and they have to throw down like you ever seen Call of Duty? It's like this, and Call of Duty they have these.
Have you ever seen Call of Duty?
Yeah, they have these things called like care packages.
Yeah.
And you throw out like a
Tactical
little
nuke
smoke.
inbound.
Yeah, you throw a little smoke, and the care package comes, and
It's getting late. And then what? Your mom sends you a bunch of chocolate from home
yeah, and that's
knives.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna play a whole bunch of Family Glum clips. Is that okay?
Family Glum. I want to create a show called Family Glum. Maybe your dead uncle can write it.
Is that copywritten? Can I play that whole thing?
Probably.
Okay.
So he did write on these shows, which is really
Yeah,
cool. He
that's
wrote
true.
he did write on all those shows I named earlier. Well-known writer, recently passed away. Rest in peace, for real. But yeah, just crazy to find that out, and crazy as the story evolved. Even though, I don't think I saw Neighbors being credited as him writing on it, so I don't know.
No, it might have just been like that was
Your
a
dad
show.
did say that though.
No, I think
Well,
what
you
he
told me he
said,
does.
I think what it originally was, and I apologize, Dad, for it's skewing your words.
Right.
But I think it's that he didn't write on it, but it was like my dad would travel abroad, and they would play those. He would travel with abroad, his mom.
His mom.
Oh no, I'm just kidding. He would go abroad and watch like television over over the pond in London,
Right.
and they had Neighbors there. That was like
That's
a
not
show.
a U.S. show?
I don't fucking know. It might have just been a show that they watched in the 70s and it sucked.
70s.
70s.
So
and
maybe
sucked.
it maybe the first time you found out about this
Yeah.
guy
It was like
somehow got
really
brought
close.
up. Yeah,
it was
so
really
they
close.
just got wires
It was-
got crossed in your
yeah.
head.
It's
Cool,
like
man.
this is real. This is real. For a long time, I thought that my like first cousins
Mm.
got drafted into the military at
Right.
like age 10, and
You might have you.
and I think
know
I
you
told I think I said that before, but that
On the
is
show,
true.
I
Like
think.
I thought that is what had happened
Right.
for a long time,
Right.
and then we met them, and they were like just turning 17 and 18.
Mm.
Like it was like,
You're like, wait a minute.
yeah, I'm like I'm
Did you guys
12.
already go through the military?
Yeah,
How was it?
yeah. So
Well, there's a lot of things that I remember as a kid that are.
that's
Like
I
a
think that's what that
speed.
is. It might just been wrong, but still, Neighbors was a bad show that was on, and my dad watched it in the 70s at some point. And Dale McRaven also wrote shows in the 70s. So
Like Neighbors.
like Neighbors, yeah.
He set the precedent for it, and he set nanners. He had good nanners.
Mm-hmm.
Nanus. Yeah, crazy. Really funny. We wanted to turn it into a bit that Gavin now has money, but he doesn't.
Of course, no, don't be ridiculous.
You ought to put that on the board now.
I will. It's kind of copying my favorite podcast, Shout Out Dynamic Banter, my favorite show.
I mean, still, if it's copying,
But-
it plays homage to this.
But it's not copyright because you're related to the guy who probably came up with it.
pretty sure it's still copyright though.
Nah, he came up with it though.
He gave me a list of sounds I can use as drops on my podcast.
Hey Gavin, you could use these sounds.
He was 83, so like he didn't sound like that old.
You can use,
That's how my grandpa
Oh,
sounds.
okay, yeah,
you can use these sounds.
yeah,
My grandpa didn't sound like
yeah.
So,
I would hope not.
Pretty funny joke.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
I thought it was funny.
So Carson, what we got on the docket today? Other
On
than
the
this?
docket we have today 24.
What else we got today?
Uncle Brandon announces the end of the pandemic. We got a going to be probably a quicker review of the movie Pearl by me. I went and saw it. Gonna talk about the promotion for the movie Smile. that was happening during
No,
some
ready.
famous sports
See, that was good. See, watch this,
games.
Riz.
We got a fun Nextdoor drama. Nothing crazy, but a little maybe a little
Don't be ridiculous.
little scandalous, and then some other things sprinkled in. Gavin, what do you want to start with? You want to just start with Brandon?
Yeah,
Because it's kind of old news at this point.
yeah, it is kind of old news, but old
No, it
noise. It kind of is old news, but
you
really,
do?
what?
Why don't you go and do it?
Yeah,
there's
but
a lot of me
basically,
talking
like
today.
it was Joe Biden called it over. He just came out and said it during a press conference that the president is over. The pandemic is over.
Do you want to read the quote that I put in there?
Yeah, let me pull up the doc. Let me pull up the
wow.
docket. Sorry, I didn't want to spoil it. I didn't want to
really?
spoil it.
First, you're late.
But Biden offered that assessment during a CBS 60-minute episode that aired last Sunday. Quote, the pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it, but the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks. Everybody seems to be in good shape, and so I think it's changing.
And we're all just thrilled about that because, in case you didn't know, Brandon's word is scripture. When Brandon says something, we follow it. We don't wear masks anymore.
The word of Brandon.
Especially when we're around old people, we don't wear masks. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You don't need it. It's over. Gavin, it's
and-
over.
And
It's over.
Donald Trump almost said the N-word.
Yes, we need to talk about that too. I completely forgot about that. So pandemic is over, according to Brandon. Obviously, Brandon's head is not all there. He says some things that he probably shouldn't have.
He also said something along the lines of Elton John's the reason why we're spending all this money on AIDS and
Right.
HIV.
There's a lot of good clips of
research.
some Looney
Yeah.
Tunes. But yes, but Gavin, what he meant is that it just feels like it's over because you're seeing more people without masks on. He didn't mean it's actually over.
N-word. You know what the N-word is? It's no. It's the nuclear word.
Pretty good. I
Were
don't know
people
why I was
yelling
playing
in the
it.
background. Probably.
Probably.
I don't want to re-listen to
Yeah.
it, but
The N-word. You know what the
Is it only playing on your left ear
Yep.
too? Okay.
No. It's the nuclear word. He mentioned the N-word yesterday, the nuclear word, not supposed to be mentioned. The N-word. You know what the N-word is? It's no.
No, it doesn't look like anybody behind it said it.
Jesus! But even like,
No,
that was written.
no. Yeah.
That was written because he's like, yeah, I want people to say it, but then I'm going to tell them that's not right.
Should we say it?
Should we say it? I don't know if we could say it anymore. I've gotten in trouble for saying it, but maybe we should say it anyways.
So there's been a lot of goofy shit happening.
Yeah. Did you have the clip of Brandon talking to Elton John, saying that he's the reason
He's a reason.
he is the reason we're spending so much money to fight AIDS. He's the reason. He is the way, the truth, and the life. Should show up right away, man.
Elton John AIDS.
He is the reason, so it should show up.
That's
By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS fight HIV/AIDS.
HIV/AIDS.
Yep. Me too.
Elton John is the reason.
He's the
everybody.
sole reason.
It really if this week proved anything,
It's that we can
It's
beat
that-
AIDS.
no, it's that Brandon seems to be on the side of the Republicans. He's blaming gay people for AIDS. He is saying the pandemic's over.
And he's saying the N-word.
Well, that was Donald Gump. That was Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
So that's what we got, folks.
Yep. All right,
That's
it.
the end of the show. Gavin, we had an edit of mine, of course, edit extraordinaire, come out about our fantasy football picks recently, and it's doing numbers, kind of small numbers. It is doing numbers; they're just smaller, but it did pretty well. It went over pretty well with people. And if you guys haven't seen it, go check our socials. We're on TikTok as well. We're finally posting there, probably every once in a while. But go check our Instagram, Twitter, see that. It's a very fun short clip. Doesn't take long. You can watch the full thing, though, on YouTube if you want, cut out of the episode. But it's a lot of fun, and I think people seem to be siding with my picks, Gavin. I don't want to, don't want to.
I mean,
wanna step on any toes here.
I listen. I started an injured player this week. I made an honest mistake. I probably would have lost this week anyway, but still.
You know what I'm thinking? Why don't we, around playoff time or so,
Mm-hmm.
revisit it,
Yeah.
see where we're at.
Yep.
Get ready for the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Football touchdown.
Yep.
How about we do that?
Yeah.
I think
Super
that
Bowl
sounds like fun to me.
party.
Boop-a-do-do-dee.
Mm-hmm.
But go watch that if you haven't. Another quick thing from me. Well, the rest of it's kind of from me, but wanted to say that is by the time you're listening to this, actually, the day you're listening to it, I got to go restart that camera.
He'll be in New York.
Do you want to grab it for me? I'll be in New York again, so come see me. I'll be in New York for the 3rd time in a year. Woo! No, when you're listening to this, the day you're listening to us, is my 1-year anniversary of being a part of Office Hours.
Doesn't feel like a year.
I know, right? It's crazy to think
Feels
about.
a lot longer. I mean, a lot shorter.
That was awkward. Yeah, I started as an intern a year ago. You see something funny over there? Yeah, started as an intern a year ago. Oh, he drank it. That's what's happening. I didn't realize. My bad. Started as an intern a year ago, and then about a month and a half in, my life changed forever. Pretty much, though, really. They asked me to come on and work for them more as an associate producer, which I still am.
Assistant to the producer.
Assistant to the producer, associate producer.
Uh-huh.
And the rest is history, man. And it completely changed my life, and I'm just so
That's an
thankful.
Office reference. Have you ever watched The Office?
The Arfice?
Yeah. The Orifice?
Is that the Australian version?
No,
the Arfice?
the regular one.
Never heard of it.
Okay.
I don't like Big BJ Novak
Yeah.
as an actor.
Yep.
But yeah, man, that changed my life, and it's just cool that it's been a year now, and I'm really like in the thick of it
About damn
in the
time.
best way possible. And I'm just so happy and so thankful. Thank you to any All Stars fans that have come over to this show and watched us. And thank you to all those guys for bringing me on and accepting me so willingly and lovingly. And I'm just like incredibly thankful. Like, no, all jokes aside, like literally the coolest thing that's ever happened to me in my
We
entire
actually
life.
ran into a couple of my friends at the Foundry this weekend.
And they had never heard of it.
And they had never heard of it or Tom Heidecker.
Tom Heidecker sounds like he'd sell like insurance.
Yeah, Tom Heidecker is different,
Oh,
but
Tom
Tim,
Heidecker.
Tim Heidecker, they had never heard of him, and I figured I'd do a frame of reference here by referencing the movie Us, where
Right.
Tim is in it. But
And they did know that.
they did know Us.
You
but
know
didn't
what
know-
I need to use as a reference?
What's
First of all,
that?
I need to use Bridesmaids more because normal folk will get that. But I need to start using the TikTok reference of, have you heard the TikTok audio where it's like, so I'm addicted to this. You know that TikTok
Oh,
audio?
yeah.
That's Tim.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that? That's
No.
Tim in On Cinema, another
No.
show I've kind of worked for.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not as much as Office Hours, of course. But yeah, that audio is Tim
And
and
it's
On
for
Cinema.
real estate.
That's also Tim, but
Yeah.
that's like an older reference.
I know, but
now.
still, some people do get that.
But if anybody brings it up, you gotta remind me. Have you heard the TikTok audio?
So I'm addicted to this.
So I'm addicted to this. That's him. That's my new young people reference now. And I need to use it. I haven't used it yet. Every time people ask, they're like, I go for the usual. I'm like, Tim and Eric? No. Seen the movie Us?
No.
Like, usually they
Yes,
say
yeah,
yes, though.
but
Or
then
they're
the-
like, I know of it. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, he's the white guy.
He's the white guy. In that.
He's the white dad.
They're like,
And they got to think about it, and they're like,
Yeah.
I don't really remember.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
For the sake of conversation, of course.
But no, seriously, so thankful. Any of those guys that are probably not watching, but
And thanks
Anybody
for Matt
out there.
for coming on the show.
yeah, thanks for Matt coming on the show.
Never
which
got
is
to meet-
great.
I got to meet him over Zoom, which
That's
is
right.
interesting.
You'll get to meet him one day. We were in Chicago at the same time, and we just didn't.
Yeah, I
we
guess
should
you're
have
right.
set something up with that, but not enough time. And
Yeah.
I'd kind of like to keep Gavin separate out of that part of my life.
Yeah. I mean, it's as preferable.
And not really.
It's preferable.
If
I
there's
know.
any friend I want in that life, it's you. Take that as a compliment. And any friends watching, sorry.
Oh well.
Oh well,
Oh well. Carson's taking me into the pit of hell.
I'm taking them with me.
Ooh.
Sorry. But yeah, just super fucking awesome. Literally did change my life in a great way.
Oh,
and
it's
I'm
seriously
just
awesome.
So thankful.
It was
Yeah.
seriously awesome to hear that you were doing that. Like I was like, what? No way.
Yeah.
I mean,
it-
we had watched like some Tim clips.
Right.
So
Well, hopefully, gonna talk about that more soon. But yeah, I the night that I messaged, which is a story I've never shared on. Maybe I did share it whenever I first got hired, but was up late one night listening to the latest Office Hours episode. Matt was complaining about some issue in the Zoom, or I think it was in the Zoom that probably like a troll or something popped in. And he was like, yeah, sorry, just dealing with an issue. Like, we don't have an intern right now, yada, yada. And I was like, interesting. Reached out, literally like less than an hour later, I get a message back from Matt saying like, yeah, you want an interview? We'll do it tomorrow. And I texted Gavin right away. I was like, this is fucking nuts. It was like 2 a.m. I'm like, this is unreal.
Yeah.
Interview next day, got hired as an intern. Like I said, a month
Bang,
and a half
bang.
later, here I am.
The rest is history.
A month and a half later,
The
here I
rest
am.
is, as they say, history.
Will go down in history. But yeah, man,
Pool said 700. Speaking of history,
that's true. That is some history, man.
I was thinking of history.
It was funny that we were able to like literally just happen to walk into your apartment when
That was
happened.
the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
Best thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
I was segueing into something. Oh, real quick, just to get people excited. Nothing's confirmed yet. I was hoping we'd have something confirmed. Not that I was going to make an announcement, but we're in talks with getting a very, very, very cool guest on the show. Might have a little bit more info next week, but
One of my favorites.
one of my favorites.
I'm
Could be a
telling you.
really well. It's not. Could be. It will be a really cool guest that I think, or I know, listeners of this show will be very excited about. But we're in talks. We're finalizing the details. Like I said, maybe more info next week. We'll see. Not gonna say too much. It'll just happen. You'll just see it when it happens. But just wanted to give that little heads up that something really cool might be coming soon.
Hell yeah.
Gavin, did you see the Smile movie?
I did. I
promo?
saw a couple of clips. There's one where a guy was standing there, not moving,
Right.
behind the Yankees game, and then someone was behind him, wearing a green shirt, bright green
Oh.
shirt, and was stayed at the stadium, or during a rain delay. It was raining at some point or something. Oh, it looked like it was raining, or they might have just stayed in the stadium for a couple minutes after everybody left.
Right.
And they were like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like, it was just, and then she like turned around really creepily.
I didn't know that the green guy and the blue guy were on the same.
It was a girl.
Well, there was 3 people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was 3 people, and that were all. Yeah, there was a guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
maybe
the
there
girl.
Only,
Yeah, that was a
maybe
girl.
There only was 2, right? I
Yeah.
thought I saw a picture of a guy. So there was the guy at the Yankees game, or at least, yeah, because the other one was at a Dodgers game. Where was the person at the Dodgers game? No, there is a dude, or maybe they moved up. No, that is a dude. Yeah, there's a separate one. I think there is 3. But
Maybe it wasn't New York's game. I
so
apologize.
the guy, no, there was.
It looked like New
Oh,
York
the
Stadium.
Met,
Yeah.
the Mets. But I also heard someone say there's one at a Dodgers game. So there's one at a Mets game, which was the girl, and there's a video of a security guard walk because she stands up. If you haven't seen the clip, it's this woman wearing a shirt that says "Smile." She's standing right behind the dugout, smiling.
The dugout or the home plate?
The home
dugout?
plate is
Yeah.
what I meant to say. Smiling, and then a couple times the camera like cuts to her, but then in one clip she's standing there, and a security guard comes over and is like, "You need to like sit down. Why are you standing?" And then she like gets like all uncomfortable and sits down and then keeps smiling.
I guess it was at the Athletic Stadium too.
Oh, maybe it wasn't
Versus the Mets.
L.A. then. That's what it was then. And then there was another one of a guy wearing just a plain blue shirt, which I thought was quite interesting. Which that one was at the Yankees game. The blue shirt guy was at the Yankees game.
Yeah. Yep.
But it was all to promote the movie Smile, which is a horror movie coming out that I've literally seen trailers for like 7,000 times because I've just been seeing movies in theaters a lot recently, and that's a trailer they play every time. And the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, I think I want to see that.
Yeah.
After seeing it like a million times, I'm kind of like, I think I'm just like, I've seen the trailer so much that I'm like, I don't really want to watch it anymore.
Yeah.
It's probably one of those that I will watch when it comes out. At least I'll say that. But I don't know. I just don't really feel like I need to go see that.
I will say the trailer I saw in theaters is pretty creepy.
It's definitely creepy. And
Yeah.
like I said, the first time I saw it, I was like, whoa, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So I think I will still go see it because there was a new trailer I saw, which something that really scared the fucking shit out of me.
Maybe you
it.
should go see it then.
I might. You know what? I'm going to go see
Is it A24?
No, I don't think they have anything to do with it.
Is it Blumhouse?
I think it is Blumhouse.
Okay.
Maybe.
I think
Blumhouse is good.
maybe it
I like
isn't, but
Blumhouse.
still, I know Blumhouse films are kind of good.
I think so. But yeah, but it's really cool to see that they're doing like promo like that. I think it's
I didn't
cool.
even think of that. I didn't even think that would be a thing.
No, because it's like something that like people are too pussies now to do, really.
Yeah.
No, but nobody really does that shit anymore. Like But
Was
when
it ever a
people do
thing?
It's like, okay, yeah, of course. People do like crazy weird movie promo for stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know of the
No.
Cloverfield movie
Mhm.
series?
Yeah.
They did like a whole thing online where they had fake or characters in the movie like had MySpace accounts and were like posting cryptic things that would end up happening in the movie,
okay.
and it was
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
whole like game going on in real
It's like
life.
the Joker, the
Joker.
the Riddler in the newest Batman movie. He had the Rattata.
He had a Twitter account
He had a Twitter account. He was tweeting all his crazy videos from it.
liking nudes, BDSM videos.
Yeah, it's
S&M.
crazy.
Eating M&Ms.
Vor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So really cool to see stuff like that. I probably will go see the movie eventually. It's not one that I'm like, ooh, I need to go see that.
Oh,
I just got to go see
oh,
that.
I just gotta go see this.
But cool, very fun and interesting. A movie I do really want to go see that's coming out soon is Terrifier 2.
What's
I need
that?
to rewatch the original. It's a slasher film about a clown,
Slasher.
Art the Clown. And then Halloween
Slasher.
Ends, coming out later in October. Another really cool one I want to see. A movie I just saw recently, Gavin, thank you for asking,
What movie?
is the movie Pearl.
Pearl.
Now, do you know anything about this movie Pearl, Gavin?
No, I didn't even know that was a movie.
Well, let me tell you something. There was a movie that I probably talked about on the show very briefly that came out, I want to say back in July, and it was called X.
Give me a sec.
Exploding milk porn.
There you go.
I need to put that in the soundboard.
Yeah.
This movie X came out back over the summer. Again, June, July. I can't
Rest in
exactly
peace.
remember. And starring Kid
Starlighter.
Cooter.
Starlighter.
Starman.
Moonlighter.
Starring Kid Cudi. Did you figure out who that was? Rest in peace. Starring Kid Cudi. And it was a horror movie,
With
of
Kid
course, produced by A24, production movie film A24. And it was good. It was a fun movie. I don't think it did as well as they wanted it to. And a lot of people either didn't like it or were like, yeah, it was good. And there's probably some people that are like, oh my God, that was so good. It was a good movie. It was interesting. It did some different things that we haven't seen in horror movies. And it was fun. It was just a good horror movie.
Good
and that
horror
was
movie.
kind of where it felt like it should be left, right?
Mhm.
Well, it might have even been a post-credit scene, or it might have come out later, but all of a sudden, and I didn't even know about this till months later, this trailer for this movie called Pearl came out, which is a prequel to X. And it's kind of like, okay.
How
so
did they
obviously
manage to get both of these movies out in the same year?
They planned it out. They stockpiled it at some point.
Yeah.
So they like stockpiled these movies, and this like trailer comes out for Pearl, and I think a lot of people were like, really? Like, X was good, but it's like,
Does
I
it
don't know if
deserve a
needs to be a
backstory?
whole
Kinda
series. And like my thing is like I like the idea of what they're doing because there were these movies called oh my God, what were they called? I can't even remember. It was this the series of 3 horror movies that came out on Netflix only, that were really, really good. They were super good, but we knew that there was going to be these 3 movies literally coming out like a week apart, I think.
Oh yeah.
Each week. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it, but so like that I understand, but this was kind of weird just being like, here's this trailer for the prequel, and it's like, okay, interesting. But I was like, I liked X. I thought it was fun. I obviously like the things that A24 does. And I was like, I'll go see it. I didn't feel like I needed to rush to go see it. But
And you're a huge A24 show.
Well, that is true. Shilling.
You're almost a 24-year-old.
I almost a 24-year-old. I need to get that on my birthday cake.
Yeah.
For my 24th birthday. So I went and saw it on Thursday. I had some time. I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll go see it. And Gavin, it blew me away. It was a very...
I didn't even know X was a movie that came out.
I don't blame you.
Or Pearl.
I might not have even talked about it. It kind of got swept on... Pearl, I would say, got swept under the rug a bit. Because I think X wasn't
I mean, it's right up there with like Man or whatever you watched.
Man,
I didn't even
so
know.
good too.
I didn't watch that movie. I didn't even know that was coming out.
Yeah, I think Pearl kind of got slightly swept under the rug just because X didn't do as great. But man, it's such a
It got
good...
a 94%. X
Pearl
did.
Or X did.
Yeah, 94% of Rotten
Yeah,
Tomatoes.
but is that critics though, or is that not critics? I don't know.
And
maybe-
88 for Pearl. So it's
Well.
you're right up there with whoever.
Hey man, I don't know. I liked X, but Pearl like actually blew my mind a bit
That was 94 from the critics and 75 from the audience
on X.
on X. And then
Pretty much the same thing. Metacritic 73 on Pearl. But anyways, so wait.
88 and 81. 88% for the critics and 81 from the audience. For
Oh.
Pearl.
Nice,
So
better, which I agree with. It starts out kind of interesting, and I kind of when the movie first started, because I didn't see any trailers of it, I was a bit like, okay, if it kind of stays this way, I'm gonna be pretty over this movie and not care about it. Because it starts out very like, small town farm girl. It's like literally like you feel like you're watching like a family movie about like some small town farm girl. Like that's how it starts out. And then they kind of do like a little cheesy thing where like she like kills this goose, and I felt like that was kind of like they introduced that a little bit too soon. But I got what they're going for. They're kind of like doing this weird like playful kind of like thing, like, oh, she's innocent, but she lives on a farm. She's got to kill this animal to go feed this alligator they for some reason keep in this pond, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Movie.
It's not
It's a movie.
super bizarre. But then like it just kind of like develops, and it's like almost like a musical at times, and then it like
Becomes a Marvel movie. It's crazy.
Marvel movie.
Kind of Marvel movie.
But like
and
it just
Marvel
gets
movie.
like crazy towards the end, and Maya Goth, who is the star of it, is probably one of my favorite actresses now because of her what am I trying to say? Because of how she was in this movie. Like she was just like insanely talented. Had like this crazy like literally 15 or 20 minute long monologue, like where the camera didn't cut at all, it was too long, but it was crazy that she did that and kept the emotion the whole time. But it's like about her family, and like it gets really uncomfortable at times because like her mom is a German immigrant and is like very like strict on her, like super strict. The dad got influenza and is now like paralyzed and can't talk or anything. And so they have to like clean him and bathe him and all this stuff. And there's like uncomfortable scenes where she's like bathing in front of her dad. And it's like very weird, even though it kind of gets a little weird at times, but.
This is in Pearl.
Yeah, this is in Pearl.
Jam.
Pearl Jam. Which means come.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
No,
It means
I
come.
didn't.
Pearl Jam means come.
I really feel like you're making that up.
Nope, swear to God.
I'm gonna.
So it's very uncomfortable. And then spoiler alerts from this point on. Sorry. Gavin, I do want you to see this, but she like ends up like killing her family in like a crazy way, and then like kills this other person. It just like develops, and just like it's such a crazy movie. There's parts of it that I don't fully love, but
That's the Urban Dictionary.
maybe they came up with it because of Urban Dictionary. Do you ever think about that? But just such an insane movie. Please do go see that if you can. You don't need to watch X first. In all honesty, my kind of feeling was on it is that I feel like they probably did Pearl first and knew they had something really cool, but it's not one of those movies that like would play very well to like the mass audience. Like a lot of people would probably go see that and be like, eh. Or like, leave before it even got to like the actual good parts. But it's all part of the story. It's all setting up the story. But X, I think, was more of like here's a slasher film that's kind of a little bit artsy and a little weird, but it's like more digestible for the average horror fans. So I think I get why they did that way, but Pearl is just such a good movie. Watch Pearl first, honestly, before you watch X, in my opinion. And then, Gavin, there was a post-credit scene that I didn't watch, but I knew a post-credit scene that I didn't watch, but I knew it was there, of a trailer for a movie called Maxine, which is the sequel to X that will be coming out
In May.
tomorrow.
Yeah, next month.
Maxine movie release. Oops, it just went away. Which comes out. What? That's not right.
It's already out.
Oh, maybe it doesn't even say when it's coming out yet. Well, I don't know when it's coming out. It keeps talking about the other movie. But anyways, so yeah, Maxine is a sequel to the movie.
Me daughter Pearl.
A sequel to
It's
X.
about Pearl from SpongeBob.
No, so what it is that the character Pearl, played by Maya Goth in Pearl, is one of the main creepy characters in X who's named Pearl, who I actually didn't even know is Maya Goth in makeup as an old lady, which I literally had no idea.
What did
It's
you know?
bonkers. And
So
then
this is like a very
Maxine,
very far past prequel.
the prequel is like early 20th century.
Okay.
And then X actually was the 70s, placed in the 70s. And then Maxine follows Maya Goth's character because, again, spoiler alert, Maxine, played by Maya Goth in X, who she also plays Pearl in X, and also plays Pearl in Pearl. Maxine, played by Maya Goth, lives
On this farm.
in X. No. Maxine comes to the farm because they're shooting a porno, for real. And
This is all described in the post-credit scene.
nope, I haven't gotten there yet. Maxine is just the trailer in the post-credit scene. This is all established in the movie that you already watched.
Are you serious?
Maya Goth's character Maxine lives. She doesn't die. Everybody else dies besides her in X. Okay. The character Maxine doesn't die
Okay.
in X, but Pearl does, I think.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
the sequel
Uh-huh.
follows Maxine after the events that happened in X.
X. Yeah, so how do we know that she's filming a porno on the set there?
You got to watch the movie X to find out that.
Is that in the post-credit scene?
Do you want me to just tell you the plot of the movie?
No. I'm good.
Pearl has a farm. They have an extra house. They need to rent out the house.
And so they start
And
selling
these
it to porn
people-
makers.
Well, they don't do that on purpose. They end up finding out they're shooting porn there, and then they want to kill them.
Oh, okay. There we go. That's it. That's all.
stuff.
That's it. That's it. I would watch it.
I'll put it on right now. Go see it.
Go see it.
Go see Pearl.
Go see Pearl.
Gavin, I want you to see
Gavin, I
Pearl.
want you to see Pearl.
I don't know if I can
I
watch
want
it
to
again
watch it.
because it
It,
like
like,
fucked me up. I'm getting annoyed again. It really fucked me up. And I want to see it again, but at the same time, it like F my ass. Like about it. But I want to see it again. Kevin, go see it. And then you'll know what I'm talking about. Kevin, how you doing, buddy?
It's been a pretty good week. I got a quiz on Thursday. Got a quiz, kind of very small quiz on Wednesday.
You do have a small quiz.
Yeah. And yeah. A lot of good stuff happening.
Sure sounds like it.
Yep.
So you're busy.
Yep. As usual.
Great, dude.
When am I not
Gonna
busy?
go see if you want to
When
go.
am I not busy?
Just gonna go see if you want to go to the water
When
park.
am I not busy? How are you? I'm asking
Well,
you.
my drink is gone. I'm good, man.
I saw you Friday, so
You did see me Friday. We went out and had a nice, lovely evening. We went to May's Night Market in St. Louis to see some pals there who were slinging some vintage.
yeah.
Had a
Saw an old friend.
$37 pizza and gelato and a soda.
I had a $16 four-piece
McNugget meal.
Yeah, 4-piece McNugget. 4-piece ravioli with
Toasted?
It was toasted ravioli, 50-cent side, and soda, and that was $16.50.
By 50-cent side, you mean a cup of marinara
Yeah,
sauce.
a cup of house-made marinara sauce.
House-made.
Carson.
Sorry,
Jesus.
Dude. Sorry, dude. I was just eating my $37 prosciutto pizza.
Prosciutto.
Prosciutto pizza.
Was it actually that much though?
It was $37 for the pizza, the gelato, and the off-brand Coca-Cola.
It's a St. Louis soda, by the
That's
way.
St.
I found
Louis
that out.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So,
I know all about this shit, bro. You don't gotta tell me.
but yeah,
You gotta tell me
I
twice.
found a shirt I wanted to get, but then you reminded me I look like Kip.
Right.
It said Funky G right above the breast
It
pocket.
certainly did.
And that would have been a absolutely killer shirt to have.
It
But it
would've
was
been.
like $35 or
It's
something
too
like
much.
that.
Too expensive. Not from one of my friends' booths.
Yeah.
So I don't have to call them out.
Yeah.
It was fun though, but my life is going well right now, man. Just busy doing stuff.
What's the grocery store?
Grocery store's fine. Not too busy. Trying to think if nothing weird happened. So don't ask. I feel like I recently had I didn't really have an Office Hours edit come out recently. Somewhat recently. One I didn't talk about was Philbron Boulevard. Is an edit I did. We had Money Mark and Eric Bauza on the show last week, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I thought that was sick.
Yeah, did you watch that Money Mark
No.
clip? Okay, you should. It's really fun.
Well, actually, yeah, I watched a clip. I watched the
Okay.
clip that you posted.
The clip that I made.
Yeah.
A
I
lot
did
of
watch that
hard
clip.
work.
I did watch that clip.
A lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work.
But yeah, man. I literally was like, I'm going to make sure I prepared like what I've been doing recently. Forgot everything I've been doing recently. But yeah, man. Keep an eye on Office Hours. Keep an eye on my stuff. Keep an eye on Gavin's stuff to see what drugs he's done. Made, or thought about. Whatever you do. I don't know what it is you do.
Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous.
This week on Nextdoor Drama.
Nando.
Gavin, welcome back to the Nextdoor. You've just been on Twitter this whole time. I feel like that's
No,
all you've
I've
been
literally
doing.
been like trying to. I'm literally been reading this.
What's
and
this? I can't see your screen.
The Google Doc. I'm reading this. I'm trying to figure out. I was reading that over and over again. I'm not even kidding.
Wow, that
And
sounds like a life to live.
then I was reading the Pro Jam story.
Is it about cum?
No, it isn't.
What is it about then, huh? What is it about then, music guy? Wise guy, yo.
As they sat together and discussed ideas, Jeff came up with the word Pearl, though the rest of the name was not decided upon until 1991 when Jeff was joined by Eddie Vedder and their fourth founder, Stone Gossard, at a Neil Young concert. Jeff said of the concert, quote, he played like 9 songs over 3 hours. Every song was like 15 or 20 minute jam, end quote. So that's how jam got added onto the name, or at least that's how I remember it, end quote.
So where did Pearl come from?
Just a name that this came up with the word, Jeff did. So.
You make me come.
Gavin, we have.
Well, what do we got this week, Carson?
We got. You've never asked me what that's from.
Don't need to.
All right, it's from a Lit song.
Cool.
Ever heard of the band Lit? Lit.
Mm-mm.
My own worst enemy. I am my own worst enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. One hit wonder, but that song is actually really good. So this week on Nextdoor Drama, in case you don't know, the infamous app Nextdoor, which is a glorified blog post for white moms to complain and be scared about gunshots or fireworks. If we ever make merch, we should have a shirt that says, was that gunshots or fireworks or something like that? Just spitballing here. This week we have, in case you don't know, these are all true stories. This week we have a story that I have titled, Please Call. Your call may be the game changer. I will be playing the character of Kenneth, who looks to be a retired...
I'm playing Kenneth.
Sorry. Gavin will be playing a character named Kenneth, who never confirmed to be, but seems to be an ex-police officer. I literally couldn't find anything. I tried to figure it out. Nothing. I will be playing 2 characters, Gavin. In case you don't know, I have 2 lines back-to-back. Keep an eye on that. First character I will be playing, who only comes up once, is April. And the second character I will be playing is Adam D. Sorry to figure that out. Yeah, it's kind of a weird... Don't read ahead, man. So I'll be playing 2 characters. Gavin will be playing Kenneth. Gavin, just keep an eye on these lines. They're a little bit confusing this time. But it could be a fun one. You have any questions?
Let's begin.
Let us.
You got music or sound effects you want to add to this? All right, because
I have sound effects.
I
I have sound effects, and I, of course, have music. Hold up. Volume was all the way down.
That's totally normal. I get it.
And here we go. Music. I'm going to restart it. Sounds like James Bond music.
That was restarting it.
Fuck off.
I'm just wondering. The posts indicating unusual human behaviors from strangers. Do you call the police to report it? Even if the unusual human has left, still call. Officers can access the digital input from citizens creating a track which may or may not be helpful in any investigation. You do not necessarily need to have an officer respond. Comments on the call sheet may provide needed information on burglaries, thefts, stolen cars, murders, rapes, and other lower crimes. How many watch Forensic Files or Cold Case where another detective reviews the records only to discover there was a witness who was not interviewed but did call, resulting in the one piece of the puzzle to solve the crime? Please call. Your call may be the game changer.
Kenneth, you are talking to an addict when it comes to when it comes to shows based on true stories. Crime shows based on true stories. I am so into these shows. It's nuts.
It nuts.
It nuts. I hate hearing what really goes on out there, but it makes me more aware of how cruel people can be. The one that gets me the most is all the sexual assaults on women. Makes me sick. Back to the subject. I agree. Report it. The police department has ways of checking with other neighbors' security cameras, and yes, this should be reported. Just curious. If you saw a person walking down a public street recording everything he sees with his phone or GoPro, would you call the police?
You can beat this horse to death with snarky comments. Truth is, homeless lady in laundromat, spinning walker, crazy guy spouting the end of the world is not suspicious.
Keep going.
Oh.
It's spinning walker. 360 man?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Anyways, back to it. Sorry.
Truth is, homeless lady in laundromat, spinning walker, crazy guy spouting the end of the world is not suspicious, just crazy. Someone in my fenced backyard under my deck walking up my driveway at 2 a.m., that is suspicious. It is furtive behavior of someone to commit an offense by trespassing on your property. But yes, someone walking down the street with a camera, taping everything would classify. These are people who are looking to do harm. Now, if the same person is in a realtor car, then it is not furtive nor with criminal intent. But could be, just saying.
Yeah, but if he gets found in a ditch beat up, then you're in trouble, so tell everybody. Except the law, they can figure out themselves on the cameras. I clarify, I didn't mean you were in trouble. I meant the person who put, or allegedly let me put a logic weekend in the ditch. Maybe Charlie, if that sounded like I meant that in a different way, smile. Charlie's not supposed to say Charlie. Oh my God, laugh out loud.
Click on the 3 dots next to your original post, and you can edit to remove Charlie. Edit. This Adam D must have been high or some shit. What the fuck? What is this man doing? He's just letting it hang out.
Oh, that was way funnier than I thought it was going to be.
I think it's so...
It's just like, I don't know what he was talking about, but I was like,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
man.
end it on like a really weird part that makes no sense. He's not responding to anybody. He's just speaking his mind.
He's just thinking of a hypothetical situation.
I don't even know
It's
what
like-
he's referring
It's like
to.
those things Republicans do where they're like, this is the future liberals want. They want to take your money and take away your guns.
Right,
And that's
right,
what
right.
he's doing is here. It's like, yeah, but if someone gets found in a ditch beat up, then you're in trouble. So tell everybody. Except the law. They can figure out themselves.
I was just like, wait, what? You just said one thing and then you said the
you
other.
would beat somebody up, Mr. Adam?
You know what's so funny? Let me pull up the post real quick. I was
Charlie, it's
gonna-
not supposed to say Charlie. Oh my God. L space O space L.
LOL. He ended up saying, let me just make sure I got the timeline right here. Okay, so that was that day, and then okay, so so he made those posts 10 days ago, or wait, I gotta do the math on my head. 7 days ago. And then the next day, he made a whole new comment on the same thread, but not in his comment thread, like not the one with the Charlie one. He made a separate comment that said, I can only answer this privately, so please PM me and I can better answer your question. Please and thank you.
Just randomly?
Just randomly. What does he talk? I can only answer this question. So he's talking about Kenneth's post and saying he can only answer it privately.
Does
But
he
yet
think
he
that
answered it before, the day before.
Does he think that, like, this theoretical police officer, Mr. Kenneth, does he think that, like, does Adam think that this guy's a real police officer that's, like, trying to solve something? Because, like, you can make your profile picture whatever you want. This could be
Right.
a random fucking police officer.
Oh, you know what's weird? I'm just realizing now. So he made the, yeah, but if he gets beat up dead in a ditch, the next day he makes the, I clarified it mean you were in trouble. I meant the person who put or allegedly put, let me put a Logic weekend and ditch maybe Charlie if that sounded like I meant that in a different way, smile. The next day, same day, Charlie is not supposed to say Charlie. And then the same
Oh
day,
my God,
the same day
L-
makes the
oh, L.
privately message me
PM
privately.
me, please.
Adam's having a day for himself, isn't he? Quite interesting. Oh man, that was a lot more funny than I was
It's-
ready for.
Also, it's I don't know, kind of scary in my opinion that some people are just willing to give over, like, security camera footage.
I don't care, man. They'll get,
I mean, that's why they have them, I guess, is to be like, yeah, I'll comply with the police.
except for the law, they can get it themselves. And Charlie can get it himself too.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean Charlie. Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
LOL.
LOL. I did not mean Charlie. But he doesn't correct anything else. He just says that he didn't mean to
I
put
just
Charlie.
imagine he's like laughing his ass off, and he's actually laughing. He's like, "Oh my God, Charlie,
Charlie.
I did not mean that."
It's like, what
But
did
anyway, if you have
mean?
a question about that, PM me.
Please message me privately. I can only answer that question in private. Please PM me. And then I can answer it. Please and thank you.
Please BDSM.
Oh, please and thank you was a follow-up comment on that thread that said please and thank you. Like he really wants him to message him privately. I'm going to smoke this.
All right, Carson, what you listening to this week?
This week, you
think you
don't
already
even
read
have
it.
to. Yeah.
You
I
did
got
that.
it for you because I want you to listen to me.
Instead of looking it up.
Instead of waiting for me to say it so you can type it. Said I should show you that. Oh, man.
Oh man.
I am listening to...
Spoiler. That was a one-note challenge.
We did that once on the show with you. I am listening to the album Come and See by the band World Peace. Are you typing it again? What are you doing?
I want to type in mine now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You can do that on your own time. Come and See by World Peace came out in 2021. It is a power violence band, World Peace is. And power violence is another sub-quadrant of hardcore. Sorry. And it's like a very fast, sometimes it doesn't really have a structure to the songs. And none of these songs on this album are over a minute long. Most of them are under 30 seconds.
Did you play any of this before?
I did.
Okay.
You can listen to this album probably in the span of about 20-ish minutes, I would say. Maybe probably more like 15. So I
Something
will
to get
not
you fired
recommend
up before your workday.
something to what?
Get you fired up before your workday.
Right, that and cocaine,
Mm-hmm.
which is what I do. Yeah, I'm not going to recommend a specific song because it's literally all one long song pretty much. Very good, very fast, good workout music. Listen to it if you want something kind of weird or if you just want to freak your friends out and have a Freaky Friday. I actually really do enjoy the album, though. I don't know much about World Peace, but I like what I've seen from them. They're a fun band, got some good energy, and go give that a listen if you want something a little bit different on the wild side. Kevin, what generic indie music are you listening to this week?
I'm actually not listening to generic indie music.
Oh,
Carson,
shit,
this
I'm
is one of the
sorry.
hits of the 80s.
Genesis?
No, this is a one-hit wonder.
Uh-oh.
Truly a one-hit wonder.
Okay.
True by Spandau Ballet.
I'm going to need... Oh, that's a good song.
I know this much is true. It's been stuck in my fucking head all weekend.
11:07.
Yeah, jeez.
Can you read it to me again? What is it?
True by Spandau Ballet.
Spandau Ballet.
SPANDAU space BALLET.
I know the song, of course. It's a great song. Why? What are you just like wanting to pretend like you're in a commercial?
Mm-hmm.
Or like you're just trying to pretend like you're in love?
I like pretending like I live in the 80s.
I get it.
And that's one reason why I need to find Jorts.
You can find Jorts anywhere, man.
Give me your
goddamn
like
size.
a genuine.
Give me your size.
28 to 30 inch waist, and you should be good.
It's not like you said 20 to 38.
No, 28 to 30.
To 30.
Waist.
That's my
inch
favorite Chicago song.
Yeah.
So
28
what is
to 35, 30.
There it is.
Flat.
Why are you listening to this song?
There's two songs I was listening to on repeat, and it's Head Over Heels by Tears for Fears. Something happens and I'm head over heels. I don't head over heels.
Good song.
Yeah.
Good band.
Yeah. I thought they were one hit wonder for a long time, and I've talked to them about it.
You've talked to them. We've had them on the show, and we figured it out.
And then this song, like the way it starts out is just like so true, funny how it seems, and it's funny because I keep saying so true about things, and every time I think of so true, it gets stuck in my head. So true, funny how it seems. So.
It's the name of the song. True.
It's true.
What is there any other notable songs by Spandex Ballet? I can legitimately say I've never heard that band's band name or the song name.
Maybe
in my entire
Gold.
life.
Gold by Spandau Ballet, or Through the Barricades, or To Cut a Long Story Short, or Only When You Leave.
I'd have to hear them to know.
Me too.
Interesting.
It's funny because all three of the likes I have under Spandau Ballet are all true edits.
God.
There's a lot more on Apple Music. Good for them.
Are they touring anytime soon? Can we go see a Spandau Ballet show at the pageant?
Like Squeeze? I'm not sure, man. I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, but Squeeze had actually
they had hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even say hits. Like they just had like a
Good
following
music.
of good music.
Yeah.
Not that I was the biggest fan of them, but
They have 3 million monthly listeners still.
Spandau Ballet?
Yes.
How many of them are that song?
I can't tell you.
Well, we'll get in the analytics and we'll let you guys know next time.
I'm gonna fuck the. I'm gonna.
What?
I'm gonna get my algorithms crushed.
I'm gonna
fuck the algorithm because I'm gonna say
My
Don't
algorithms
play-
are getting fucked.
don't play this artist, but I'm gonna keep playing True, and they're gonna
Right.
be
Have you heard Gold?
like, and I'm like, no, don't play
Don't
it.
play it.
Don't play it.
You block all of the other songs.
Yeah, don't fucking play it.
Don't play it.
Don't play it.
Just this one song, please.
This one song.
This is our favorite song.
Well, everybody, thanks for listening to the Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 82. Am I right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, and keep watching and keep playing and keep replaying.
Yeah, man. Please do. Like I said, something cool coming up soon. Probably not next week.
At all.
But cool stuff coming in the pipeline. Always working on bringing you fun things. We do have a fun idea to do for Halloween. That's something you can look forward to. Pretty much can say we're 100% sure that's going to happen, but always coming up with ideas, man. We're keeping this crank. We're keeping the ball.
We keep cranking it.
We've turned our money into whiskey. We turn our whiskey into money. And
Goodbye, bye.